Sorry about that. Hi guys, it's Ginger and Ginger's Chat Show. I deleted the other video that had the fire alarm going off. I hope it didn't go off again. I don't know what was going on. Um, what happened? So I hope it wasn't serious or anything. Unless somebody playing a game or they're testing it. I don't know what the deal is. So anyway, today, as I discussed earlier, about how the government works. Those of you who don't know or um, need to brush up on your civics, check with your community college. Normally they have uh, free courses for civics. Um, and it doesn't hurt. Oh, or go to YouTube and look it up. And they do have videos on civics and how things work, how a bill goes through and things like that. The other little small part. But the other is how to do public service, how to work your way up to, if you want to President of the United States. Now, the President of the United States is the hardest job of all. But right now, currently, since toddler Trump is in office, I don't call him president. He's not my president. Okay? He never has been. But you have to work your way up. So I would strongly suggest to Congress start impeaching him. Remove him now. This is a serious issue, okay? If Vance won't do it and he's too chicken to do it, then Congress, you do it. Boot him out. Give him all the boot. Because in the impeachment process, when the president is found guilty, the whole cabinet goes. Bye bye. And then appoint a new president, and the president can get his own cabinet in place, and then do your have your elections in 2 years. And within those 2 years, in 2020, when 2020 general elections come around, I strongly suggest that they put more teeth in the federal elections qualifications in there for president. In other words, beef up the rules. Uh, I would say instead of 35, I would suggest 30, because by then, most people, by the time they hit 30, they're pretty mature, pretty smart. They got things established, okay. And also requirements to do public service. In other words, you participate in your own local government, maybe a mayor of a town or a county executive. Then work your way to be like in the state legislature, and then lieutenant governor and governor, or state attorney general, whatever your profession is that fits into that. And then go to the federal level, either be Senate or House of Representatives, and then get experience in that. And then, if you want to apply, run for president, okay? Public service requires you to work with the public. That's what it is, okay? And that's the thing that Trump does not understand. He doesn't get it. He's never learned. And he's never grown up. And two, his mental behavior should have been addressed. His parents should have put him in a some kind of home for kids that have mental issues. His father, I don't know if father ever recognized it or he just ignored it or whatever the thing was. Now his niece, Dr. Trump, Mary Trump, I really like her. She knows what's what with her uncle. She really does. And she wants him out of office. He said he doesn't belong there. Okay, mentally he doesn't belong there. Um, I think, in my view, the best president we ever had was President Obama, and President Biden's right behind him. Um, they both did an excellent job of safeguarding our Constitution and setting out policy that they know that will help the people. Okay, but you have some of these idiots, if you will. Just a minute. You have some of these idiots that think like Trump does. And so Trump finds and picks people that are similar to him, but Trump does not want them to take the spotlight. Okay. He has a mental condition, Trump does. Others that are similar to him really they really don't have that issue, but the same token, they're more like followers, okay? And, or the other thing to think about, they may have been blackmailed by Trump, okay? Trump doesn't care about the rules, he doesn't care about the laws, and he doesn't care about the Constitution. That's why Pence, the second time when Trump ran for president, Pence said no, he's not going to deal with Trump because Trump tried to have him killed. Okay? Pence was pretty smart about that. And I know Pence has been very, very quiet. He is now back running his law office and he's happy where he is. Oh, another thing too, speaking of law, Lindsay Halligan, remember that kept saying that she was the prosecutor for the representing the District of Virginia and everything else. Well, she's not. She was illegally put there. Okay, they did not follow protocol for appointing her. They have to go through Congress to appoint her, and that didn't happen. Well, the judge came back and said, nope, you're impersonating a law office. Yes, you have a law degree, but yours focuses on insurance, not federal laws. So in other words, she has never never been in a trial where she has to defend a client or whatever on whatever federal charges. In other words, she's never been in the courtroom. She's an insurance lawyer. Big difference. So anyway, it got to the point where after they said no, and they told her if she kept around doing it, she will lose her law license. And so she did the one at least smart thing that she left the DOJ. She left it. And so Trump now doesn't have a mouthpiece in there, which is good. Bondi and Gnomes, they are in trouble themselves because they have broken a number of laws. Okay? It committed the same laws as Trump has right now. Trump, yesterday, I think he went to Europe, and his plane left last night. Well, they had to turn the plane around and discovered that there was a serious electrical issue going on with Air Force One. And so they had to take it back. Well, of course, Trump went into a hissy fit because they had to turn the plane around and everything else. And he wanted them to go on to Europe, and they said, no, we're turning the plane around and we're taking the backup Air Force One. Which they did. They went back, landed, switched everything over, then took off again to go to Europe. And I guess it's the Davos conference. And so while he's out of the country, you know what I think Congress should do is impeach him and do it now. Get him out of there. Since probably Stephen Miller went with him and everything else, and of course Marco Rubio and everything else, they probably went with him. Do the impeachment now. And then when Trump gets back, then when he lands, arrest him and the others. And say, well, you're out of a job. Bye. And put Trump in jail or put him in a mental hospital for the criminally insane. He's gotten worse. His actions, his behavior's gotten worse, and it's gotten dangerous. Trump still wants to acquire Canada, which he can't because it's a sovereign nation. And two, he wants to acquire Greenland, which is also a sovereign nation, which is also a territory of Denmark. Because Denmark told him no, but hell no. Greenland told him no, but hell no. And Canada told him no, but hell no. Canada is also part of the British Commonwealth. So, I can't understand why those that are yes people in Trump's thing need to stop and think, wait a minute. He's getting worse. He's not listening. They need to do the impeachment and do it now. That's what people want. They want him out of office. We want a president in there that has common sense, knows what's what, and protects the Constitution, beefs things up, and put everything back on the way it was. Trump is throwing such a temper tantrum that he's trying to wreck the economy, not only in Europe, but also wreck the economy here. So that's why he needs to be removed from office. Okay. Another little thing we discovered. There was this on the news today. Over in Allentown, Pennsylvania, there is a office building, and part of that office building occupies the Department of Homeland Security there in Allentown. Well, they just received an eviction notice from the people who own that building, and Homeland Security wasn't paying on the rent. And guess what? They were given the boot. Homeland Security was given the boot. Say, bye-bye. You're out the door. Pack everything up and go. And also, ICE has been getting into trouble too. And New York City Police Department have been arresting ICE for breaking the law and everything else there. And, hey, I challenge just all the other 50 states, all the police departments in every state, start arresting ICE. Because they've been hurting people, they've been kidnapping people. Kidnapping is a federal offense. And so Noam Bondi, she's the instigator in all this. They need to arrest her. She's the ringleader in all this. And ICE is never, the people that are part of ICE are not properly trained. Okay? So, we need to yank them off the street. We need to make the street safer and safer for our police officers. We really do. So, I would suggest to the governors of every state start backing up by using your National Guard, which you are authorized to help the police departments arrest ICE. Get them off. In other words, not give any Trump any extension bullies, as I call it. So I find that kind of funny that Noam is Bondi is now in trouble, and so is Noam. I really do. So anyway, again, previously, I'm sorry for about earlier video. I was hoping it was just a short-term thing, but it kept going, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to stop the video. I will delete it and then start over, which is now, and talk about a number of things that's going on. But again, we need to push back and still keep pushing back until all of this is resolved. I like to see the Trump regime gone. Trump bully organization gone. They are more bullies than they are professionals, in my view. So push back, okay? And I will talk to you later, and I'll see you on Friday at 1 o'clock. And okay? So take care, stay safe. I know it's going to be a rough winter back there already. So keep your animals safe, keep them inside, keep them warm. Think of others. Think of like your next door neighbor. If they have a heating issue or anything, have them come over and stay with you. Or help them with their animals. And then stay safe going outside. Now, if it's icy and everything, then stay inside. They already showed one video of a dump truck was supposed to come down to do something. Anyway, he rolled. He flipped him. No, it was not a dump truck. It was a snow plow. It was coming down to clear the road, trying to scrape the ice off the road. Well, he slipped. He lost control, and he slid right into a house and took out the garage door. That was kind of a nasty spot anyway. And the road was just glare ice, just packed glare ice. So please be careful how you drive, okay? Alright, I will talk to you later. I'll see you on Friday. And this weekend, on Sunday, the NFC Championship between the Seahawks and the Rams. And I'd like to see the Seahawks win that championship and go on to the Super Bowl. We need to win it again. So I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe. Be sure to insist, persist, and push back. Stand up and shout. Push back. And if people say, oh, well, you're preaching to the choir. Well, no, we're standing up and we're pushing back. When people say preaching to the choir, that means that they are almost condoning the current situation. Okay? So, I will talk to you later. Love to all. Bye-bye. And I'll post this on my YouTube channel, too. And I need more subscribers for my YouTube channel. Love you loads. Okay, bye-bye.